You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's part of it. People looking up, people moving in, people moving in the color of the skin. Hey, Mary. Oh, yeah, you better believe it. Women that get better looking. Women get better looking. Be able to lose my inhibitions. At the Indianapolis 500. Beer goggles, yeah, they work. That ain't no shit. Hang on, this fucking sun's so bright, I can't see the screen. Beautiful day today. My beekeeping happened perfectly. All of the children. Daisy had a good day today. Stopped and saw my Indian buddy. I said, hey, what's up, bitch? Yeah, man, your girlfriend was looking for you last night. Lusting for you. I said, I don't know where he's at. He's probably watching Pornhub. We had a good time. Yeah, I'll do a live tonight. We'll do one. I gotta go home, fuck around a little bit. I got this new sprayer. I used it last night. It was one spot I forgot. Had a good bee day today. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Yeah, you should have been on last night. Look at this stupid fucker doing 30 miles an hour. You should have been on last night. We had a good time. Yeah, she kept talking about how good looking you are. I told her you were a bisexual to increase my chances with her. So I was kind of glad you weren't. Hope you don't mind. You got the hard part over. Yeah, we had a good time last night. I think it could have been a little too X-rated for you, Mary. I think it could have been a little too X-rated. pug was disclosing all her fetishes. Sexual frustrations came out. Today was a nice day today. We met some nice people. The bee thing went unhitched. Just tripping. Hey, I'll show you how this is the friendly South. Yeah, what happens, Jeff, is when you get package bees like that, you spray them down with water, the queen's separate, you put the queen in the hive, and you take this cork off. And then it takes 3 days for those males to chew through that candy wafer and release the queen. So you put the queen in the middle, you spray all the workers down, and then you dump them in the top. And right away, they're looking for that queen right off the bat, even though you just soaked them, so they're not real aggressive. But there's always about 10% of the bees stuck in that package. That's 3% of the bees. And you don't want to piss them off too bad, so even though you like bang it to the left, bang it to the right, turn it upside down, bang it, you don't want to keep doing that because it'll piss them off, including the ones that have already got out. So after you do that a little bit, you just set that there, and those other bees will release those pheromones, and they will find their way into the hive today, tonight, tomorrow. This is the quickest I've had bees like start to acclimate in the hive as I did today. There may not be any when I go back, but now's the perfect time to get stung. They're on the warpath. They bounced around in the truck on the way home. They got jiggled out of the cage. And, they're getting their bearings right now before they head out to go get some nectar and try to build a hive. Everything is geared towards the queen and production. So they need a few days to calm down. Actually, I wasn't even going to go get dinner tonight, but I'm a little rusty on my beekeeping, and I knew that a bunch of new books would have come out by the time since I've done it, which is about 8 years ago, and I picked one up, and it was I'm using an all-natural hive called a Warre hive, where they draw their own comb rather than taking frames that you extract the honey out of. So this is just to simply observe bees and try and split the hives, make more bees, let them all go. No honey taken in this operation. But I made some good contacts, some really knowledgeable bee people. And it was a good day. I got a really nice bee suit today. It's nicer than any of the ones I ever had. I don't like the veil, the hat, that much, but the gloves and the suit are better than I've ever had. For some reason, they put this stupid zipper in the back. So you kind of got to guess. It's hard to zip up against your neck. You should put the zipper in the front. You don't even need a damn zipper if you have a good veil. You just set it on top. They're not getting in there like a diver's helmet. I mean, here they got this great design, and they do this stupid bullshit. It's just like on that zero-turn mower I have. I blew off all that rough sandpaper stuff so you don't slip when you're standing on it. And I pressure washed it, and I was being careful with it. And that's like the top of the line zero-turn mower. When you go and look at the junk ones out in front of Lowe's, Home Depot, they got a way better mat setup on the machine. They're bolting in rubber mats, which is the way to go. Not this crappy stuck sandpaper stuff. So I'll just be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I tried doing StreamYard last night. I just couldn't get it to work right. The internet's been like really crappy. I mean, slower than normal. I probably should reset that modem. You know what I'm saying? I can't read any new comments, so I'm not ignoring anybody. That happens sometimes going down this stretch of road. I don't really get it. I don't know why. The comments just quit. But the camera still works. I'll just be kicking it. Mary, can you hear me talking? Are you typing anything? You remember that happened before? If you can type a new comment. Oh, there's a new comment. Oh, okay, thanks. The sun, I can't hardly see the screen. The sun's so bright. I'm gonna take this thing off here. Are you hot, huh? I turn like AC on for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see the screen. Super bright. April Wednesday the 12th. Yeah, we get a lot of bugs too. I will. I sure will. I'll do it. Las Vegas summer vacation. I might get a couple more beehives. Set them up. See how they're doing. It's fun messing around with bees. I haven't done it in a while. Really kind of like spurred my interest again. Yeah, we had a hell of a good time in the chat last night. Really did. We partied big time. You had a nice day up there too, I know, Mary. Bees knees, that's it. It's pretty interesting how all that behavior is canned in this Mother Nature. Wow, almost 80. Yeah, it didn't get to 80 here today. I don't know, maybe it did, 81 I think. Yeah, close. That's still weird weather for April in Michigan. You could still get some snow. Yeah, it is too hot, it's true. Yeah, I agree with you. Daisy's thinking things over. I know how you like it, huh? Go like this, honey. There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's how you slip down there, huh? Hey, Waiting, how you doing? Yeah, it was a good time, wasn't it? Yeah, we haven't had a chat like that in a while. It's interesting how they just kind of develop like that. I mean, you couldn't plan on it, you know? It just kind of happens. That was a good time. Hey, Jay Bo, man, you missed a good one last night. So I was going to text you today, email you, see where you've been. Making sure you didn't blow your head off. Hey, Shelly. You would have had a perfect opportunity tonight to bring up all your fetishes. Sorry you missed it. How you doing, Shelly? We had to block a couple people. For the people that weren't on last night, I decided, I went to that Masters thing, which I'll probably never go to again. I'm glad I did because that was interesting. Not because of the event, but just to see how they do things there. But anyway, I decided we got to up the security and the rules of etiquette. At the Masters, you better have some etiquette and you better know what to do before you get there because there are no warnings. Like one guy spit out his gum, they come over in these suits and tap you on the shoulder and say you have to leave, and they'll cancel your badge, your ticket to get in there for life. Anything obscene, anything inappropriate, no warnings, they just kick you out. And we've kind of been that way in the past. But when you have some screwball come on that just starts making stupid questions or ignorant observations, I say we just torpedo them right out of the chute. And once you get booted out of the Masters, you're never allowed back in under any circumstances. So if we can them under those screen names, then they'll never be able to come back under that name. Now, accidents happen. You're on your phone, your thumb slips, and you block somebody accidentally. That's different. But I'm talking about, what I just mentioned. We got zero tolerance for ignorant, troublemaking stalkers that like drama. I got a little slappy last night. This one cat said she had a new screen name and right away started talking about baubles. I should have canned her right out of the chute, but I gave her about 5 minutes, which was way too long. Anybody coming on talking about Maddie, you guys know what to do. No second guessing. Just let them have it. Click that mouse. And this glare, it's hard to see. Yeah, we're going to have the Masters rules. That you should know this behavior by the time you got here. I mean, we're not coaching you on being super ignorant and how to improve. I got up early today. Got the electrical pole put in for the new construction. A guy came over to do an inspection this morning. I thought I was dreaming. Somebody pulling in the driveway. Hammer time, yeah. Just fire away, let them have it. And you got, it's not like you got to be on pins and needles. And the moderators, you can't block a moderator no matter what they do, so they could get away with murder, but they've earned it. That's different. Bill Gates couldn't golf at the Masters if he wanted to. He couldn't join if he wanted to. Hey Faye, how you doing? Yeah, I never even knew anybody that was into that jiggle. Faye, I gotta send you a bottle of your favorite wine. You ducked out of there pretty quick when we started talking about fetishes. That's my straight up all-American Girl Scout from Wisconsin, cheese eater. You took the high road. Yeah, that odor thing wouldn't do a thing for me. But good for her. That's why I told her, man, if I could send you something, I'd be more than willing to. I'd send every woman I know on YouTube something if I thought they'd enjoy it. Shit, I wish it was that easy for me. I mean, that's nothing. It'd be like pouring a cup of coffee. It's like, J-Bo, this is just for the sake of conversation. You could say, hey, I want to confess something to you, and you're going to think I'm weird. It's like, I already think you're weird, so go ahead. No harm done. You could say, I really want to smell your hat. I'd say, you serious? She's like, yeah, I am. It's like, I'd love it more than anything. I'd say, okay, well, I'll send it to you then. Smell it all you want and have it. I mean, it'd be my pleasure. I mean, just stuff isn't that easy. Usually, in my case, about $300, worrying about getting arrested, driving my ass off, something. Shit, all I got to do is drop a hat in the mail. I wish I could lower my bar that low. Oh, you like that? The Reese's peanut, huh? But it was an interesting conversation about, olfactory and smells. I'm kind of weird about that too. Like bad breath or something like that. Hairy legs. Yeah, I just can't handle it. It's like being in a restaurant. Supposedly it's fine dining, and you get like a big chunk of fat in your filet mignon. Stuff like that. It's like, God, man, I don't even want to eat here anymore. It shouldn't, because those things happen and it wasn't intentional. But you know how you can get turned off on stuff? I mean, probably everybody's like that. There's a basic, like I was talking last night, protocol and rules of etiquette. If I take you out to dinner, I mean, it's not exactly the King's English with me as well, but I can fake it when I have to. And you let out, you're a female and you weigh like 115 pounds and you sneeze and you break the top off the wine bottle, it's probably going to affect the way I think about you. It's just that stuff like that happens. It's crazy. You could try your ass off. You'd be like telling the person, no, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. What a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, hairy legs. Oh, that is so gross. That is so gross. I would kick her out of that place if I was at a health club. There were a couple girls like that when I went to college. Just super gross, man. Some bullshit that, they weren't going to let society, Yeah, it's like, shut up, man. I don't even want to discuss this with you. You hairy pig. I wouldn't care what they looked like either. They could be the most beautiful woman in the world. They had like bad breath or some shit like that. You can keep it, man. No way. French fries stuck to their upper lip. And then you're always wondering, like, whether you should say something or not. That's another thing that speaks volumes about your personality. If you were out on a date with a guy and he had a French fry stuck to his lip, I mean, it's probably an exaggeration, a part of a French fry, how that? I mean, would you say, hey, I just thought I'd tell you, or would you just act like you didn't see it? I think I'd probably act like I didn't see it. Now, if you were down the road and you were married a couple years, you'd say, hey, take that French fry off your lip or we're leaving. The tide turns when you get comfortable. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh, that is so gross. Yeah, those hippie girls are the worst. You can have them all. These deadheads and these women that hang around with that insane clown posse. Oh my God. No way. But once again, I'm not judging either. I'm not judging when I say I don't want to be around some woman that doesn't shave her legs. Somebody says you shouldn't judge. I'm not fucking judging. I don't want to be around hairy leg women, man. That's not judging, you idiot. I don't like, green beans. All right, I hate them. I haven't liked them as a kid. It's not because, I'm discriminating against them. It's like any other behavior. You like some, like tall, dark, and handsome people like that. What the hell's wrong with that? I mean, this cancel culture, it's like shit. Not me, man. I'm going to my like it is. Oh God, no way. I mean, some blondes can get away with it. Some natural blondes, like a true Scandinavian or something. It almost looks like that stuff on a dandelion. You could blow the hairs off their legs. The darker haired woman, it seems worse. There's a guy I know around here that's got an Indian wife who's just really gorgeous. I mean, she really is. She's got the biggest set of tits I've seen in the last 20 years. And they're real, too. I mean, it's unbelievable. And she's very pleasant, cultured, nice, but she's just so damn hairy. You know, I'm glad she is hairy, because I'd probably be thinking about her too much if she wasn't. But I just don't like that, like, crazy hair. It's like 70s porn. It just seems so gross. Well, thank you, Shelley. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be a fanatic about it, but geez, now it's like you're put on the whipping chair if you make a comment. Well, it's them, it's their body. Yeah, okay, great, super, good. Yeah, good for you. Marty and he was flipping through the channels the other night, and they had a lot of these older women, you know, back in the day, like Rita Hayworth, Raquel Welch, Anne Margaret. I didn't really care for her that much. But some of those, like Bewitched, June Lockhart, even Carol Burnett had a rockin' body. Super great, fantastic, attractive. Mary Tyler Moore. That'd be like if you were a young teen, you went over to your buddy's house and that was his mother. Hey, Zena. Yeah, thank you, Zena. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, I think of shit like that. Glad somebody's on my page. Yeah, I think of that too. Or when that movie one time, Harrison Ford, he saw an Amish girl taking a shower. Yeah, same thing. Probably looked like a half roll of carpet. They're dirty anyway. I don't care what they say. Anywhere I've been where there's Amish, I mean, they don't know what a toothbrush looks like. That's no shit. Seriously, they're not clean. You're thinking like virgin and no makeup and cotton dresses. Yeah, you can fucking keep it. And most of them are overweight. So what? You can bake an apple pie. How about washing your hands and flossing your teeth for once? Nah, they're dirty. I'm always very skeptical when I buy something at one of those places. Yeah, they did, man. Yeah, you're right. It's gross. That kind of cut my 70s. You know, in the 70s, though, you didn't think much of it. You know, now. Yeah, they did. So damn gross. You know, I was thinking of that today, the old porn stars. As I said earlier, they haven't fared well. Ron Jeremy's in a rubber room. Half of them committed suicide. Weird deaths. It's just not, you know, watching it's one thing, doing it's another. Yeah, isn't that gross, Shelley? Oh, yeah, that's another thing I never figured out, to be honest with you. I was talking to a doctor about that one time. These guys that watch their wife give birth. Hey, I know it's supposed to be beautiful and all that, and, you know, seeing her. Maybe something happens to your brain temporarily while you're witnesses this, but I'm telling you, and maybe it's just me being ignorant, shallow, and not caring. That could be too. I mean, really, it could be. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you this, that I don't want to see my girlfriend or my, you know, I've bet like $1 million that we're not going to have sex for the next 3 years. I think it just turned me off so bad. I know it's terrible to say that, but it would bother me. And I think too, there's a lot of women. I'll give you an example of this. You know that Kate +8, that bitch that had those 8 children? I mean, she was a bitch. I mean, it finally came full circle and she's working again. But she was on Oprah after she had those 8 kids. And, you know, depending on your genetics, childbirth isn't particularly kind to a female body. It affects different women different ways. And, of course, age is related. And she showed her stomach on Oprah, and I thought, and she has a pretty face. A really pretty face and not a bad body. Well, then she got temporarily rich there for a while with, that show on TV with her husband. And she went and got a tummy tuck and some other procedures. And I'm not shitting you. She looked good in a bathing suit. And she had a bikini on. No airbrushing bullshit either. Whatever they paid that plastic surgeon, he got A+ from me. It was unbelievable. And I'll tell you who else they did some super plastic surgery is that Ozzy Osbourne's daughter. They made her good looking. They really did. And it didn't look like plastic surgery. I mean, it can be done. And then you flip the coin in the other extreme. I never thought she was attractive anyway, but look at Madonna now. I mean, what's going on there? My God, it looks worse than something in the wax museum. Yeah, no, not Octomom, that K+8. That Octomom, as it turns out, if you've ever caught any of that stuff on TV, those are well-mannered, good-looking kids. I mean, I don't know whether she had nannies or it was just her, but they're beautiful children that are well-mannered and well-spoken. They really are. I mean, these kids apparently seem to turn out really well. Yeah, Madonna, I never really found her attractive at all. Anyway, even when she was young, I thought she was a great, pop singer. I didn't like her songs that much either, but, I mean, it made sense that, and I'll tell you who's, I think, my opinion, doesn't mean shit, if you ever saw her without makeup, I can just, how you can tell sometimes? 1 in 10 billion people is just, gorgeous with nothing. But most of the time, it's makeup. And that, it's interesting. We were watching, who's that old country singer? She's married to that guy. Wears a cowboy hat all the time. Is it Shania Twain? He said, man, is that one good-looking 58-year-old woman? It's like, yeah, you ever see her without makeup? He said, no. So I looked it up. He said, oh, God, you're right. And who else did I see on TV the other night? I mean, it really matters. But once in a while, there'll be somebody with just these freak genes that are just, good-looking with nothing. Minnie Pearl, I remember. Howdy. I remember Minnie Pearl. Yeah, that's a good guess, Bimbo. How you doing? Is that what it is? Botox? Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though. When you get, really old, like Joan Rivers, Michael Jackson, Kenny Rogers, there's an argument that what they look like still looks better. I mean, they do look kind of like wax museum-ish, but it still looks better than 88 or something like that. You know what I mean? And the one thing that I read one time, and I don't know how valid it is, and they said that when you get that kind of surgery, even though you get old and you die and you look weird, even the Judd lady that killed herself, she was starting to look a little strange in the face. And so's the daughter, not the fat one, the other one. And but what that guarantees you is that even everybody thinks you look a little strange, you still don't look 88. And if you live to 95, look at Raquel Welch, you still look a hell of a lot better than if you would have done nothing, albeit strange. I'm from Flat Rock, Michigan. Oh, Elizabeth. Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. They say don't judge. Yeah, she did. I mean, but you could tell. I mean, obviously, you could tell that there was some work that was done. And who was that lady that was married to Joel Grey? Older woman. And I thought that Sharon Lucci was attractive. And again, makeup, lighting. Some bastard snuck around and got a pair of her feet at something, and I thought I was looking at a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I guess she never expected anybody to get pictures of those. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, there are some people that look good. And I'll tell you, Pornhub, I got to give them credit. They run ads about every 100th movie that I scroll through. They'll run an ad I don't know, they must have bought my non-identifying information from Google. So I'm always getting these things, want to date women your age. And I'm telling you, man, there's these women they show that are older, look good. I've never seen one in real life. I don't know where they find it, but whoever's like choosing these photos, shit, I'd be interested in date again if I could find a few of those. I mean, these women look good. It's like they say they're 4 miles from me. I think to myself, you're lying again. 4 miles. Bullshit. Oh, so you're into blowjobs, huh, Mr. Yeah, I'm going to be back to those interviews. I'm going to do it. I just got to get my life straightened out. Yeah, Chris, yeah. You got caught fucking around too, big boy. That would, of course, all get edited out. It's like, you really thought you were coming over here to see Linda Lovelace, didn't you, big boy? Mr. Private Detective, huh? Maybe you ought to hire yourself, bud. It's like, Chris, do you think Mary and Jabo and Faye are watching this? They haven't seen it now. They'll see it on YouTube. Four miles away. Yeah, that's how I know it's a lie. You know, if they said 400, they might get my interest. I'd give my credit card number. Fuck yeah, 4 miles away. Bullshit. This is a setup for sure. Yeah. Yeah, no way. You're going to have to do your homework to bust my ass. Now, if they're about 100 pounds overweight with stretch marks all over and big saggy tits, I'll believe the 4 miles. And if it's free. Yeah, but whoever is picking those ads, it's like, I give them A+. That was what was so fun about last night's chats. We went back to the old days. It was an adult conversation at an adult time in the night. We just had fun. Everybody just let it roar. I thought it was interesting that Hey Pug talked like that without drinking alcohol. Hey, Jasmine. Oh, you missed a good one last night, Mary. It was a good time. We had fun. I stayed up way too late, and then I had to get up early. Hey, here's a fucked up thing. Does anybody else experience this? Does anybody experience this? If I get a lack of sleep, like in my mind, I think I need 7 hours, and I'd rather get 8. But if somehow I can drag my ass out of bed after 5, like last night, stayed up till 2:30. Well, I guess I got up around 8, 2:38. And I get more done during the day, even though I bitch about being tired. And I'll be tired earlier tonight than I know. Does anybody have that happen? That if you get lack of sleep, that in a weird way you feel better and you get more done. Does anybody know about this? It's crazy, man. Oh, you heard it on the replay. Oh, good. Oh, on day 1? Okay, yeah, I'm on day 2 now. Yeah, I noticed it catching up to me a little bit, but I sure do. Like today, I knew I had to fuck around with these bees. The electrical inspector guy woke me up, and I thought, I better go get these fucking bees. Sure enough, it wasn't just getting the bees. It was cutting another hole in the side of the thing and moving it and unbolting some shit and trying on the bee suit first. Before you know it, fucking 5 hours is gone. I don't even have the bees in there yet. You know, just everything takes longer. Oh, day 1. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird though. Like if I can keep myself occupied, like I got shit to do, like I did today, I just get one thing done after another. And then by like 3 o'clock, it becomes like a game. It's like, oh wow, how much can I get done today? Well, I fucked around, did some more things around the house, went out and had an Indian dinner, 55 miles one way, went over, bought another bee book. I'm a little rusty on my bees at Barnes & Noble, got out of there, stopped by my famous Indian beer store. Now I'm almost home. It's only 8 o'clock. I'll fuck around for a while, check on my bees. I got everything caught up. Come on alive about 9 o'clock. You know, and if we're having fun like we did last night, you know, I thought I was going to get to bed early. I don't care how late I stay up because it's worth it to me. If it's just humdrum, you're talking about bullshit and everybody's tired and it's not fun. You never know the chemistry to a chat. And last night was just like one of the top 10 for sure. Now, there are people that will go back and listen to that and they'd say, hey, this is fucking bullshit. You're all a bunch of perverts. I think it's weird. Somebody's smelling shirts and hats. Okay, yeah, good for you. We'll block your ass too next time because you're not fitting in here. I got one package. They got a bunch of nukes down there. This is a really nice setup down there. Beautiful. Also, they're into the commercial bee bullshit. I'm not. This is just to have fun. I think I'm going to get a couple more hives. I'm going to build a huge observation hive in my new house. I'm not into taking the honey from bees. I'm not trying to make profit or a game out of it or exploit them or move them or anything. It's simply to get more bees. Marty wants to get to know how to do it. Split them, move them around the property. Just let them go fuck off. We're not getting in there, fucking with them. Just make sure they don't get attacked by mites. Put them in a safe place and just let them do their thing. Even though it isn't necessary. As I said, bees are needed for commercial pollination, not just typical pollination. It's a big fucking scam. Wool they pulled over everybody's eyes. Hey, Kay. Oh yeah, it was really a good time. Try and cause as much problems as they can is already, made excerpts out of it. I just go. Just lay it on the line. Hey, are you gonna mess around with bees, Jeff? Are you gonna get some? Fucking bees are getting expensive, man. $180 for a package, 3-pound package with the queen. I think that's a lot. Fuck, when I first got into bees, it was like $40. Fucking crazy. Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. I'm not expecting anything from this, so I'm just showing somebody else how to do it. If the fucking things, I hope they don't die. I hope they make it. I like just seeing them fly around and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, ladybugs. I've done that before. That's cool too. Ladybugs, yeah. I've thought of other things. I bred koi before. I bred camels. I've thought of, I would love to breed snakes, for the colors, but I just think it's total exploitation, and that you shouldn't take a living thing and breed for colors. It's just fucked up. As a hobby, are you kidding me? I went to that damn ball python show, about a month ago, and I thought it was super cool. And I think it'd be fun, and I love genes and gene expression, recessive traits, and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think you should be doing that with living things to, sell. I just don't. I love an aquarium, but I just don't want to put fish in a unnatural environment where you got to change water and put drops in, all this shit that they don't need in the wild. I just don't want to be caging things. Yeah, varroa mites. Yeah, I've had problems with those before. They use strips down here mainly. Yeah, that's a problem. This guy said they got some new strip out. He knew I told him I was just having one hive. He told me to come back in a couple weeks after the bees get established. He said because when they're gathering pollen, they start producing offspring. You don't want to have those strips in then. You want to wait till right after that. He said come down and give me one. He said that works really good. All these mites get stuck to it if there are any around. Pussy willows, they don't have those down here. I haven't seen any. Yeah, I don't like that either. All those snakes and those little plastic things. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just nuts. It's like a lot of things. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay to do. I'd love to breed parrots again. I just don't want to have birds in cages. There's all sorts of shit I'd like to breed. It's fun. If I was going to do leeches, and then I was going to do maggots, for debriding burn patients, infections that they couldn't get under control. And then I found out that you have to destroy them after they've done their job. It's like, I'm not doing that. Talk about exploiting Mother Nature. I mean, these fucking things should get prime rib for the next year. I'm not doing that. So, like this guy today, I really liked him. He was very knowledgeable about beekeeping. And then the motherfucker told me that he goes around, he keeps a 410 shotgun with him all the time in his four-wheeler so he can shoot all rattlesnakes. It's like, why, you dumb motherfucker? It just reeks ignorance. No, but they save people from infections. Maggots and leeches, both. They perform a very significant medicinal duty. They save lives. They do. They solve crimes too, particularly maggots. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. I thought night crawlers. I like fooling around. I am gonna have a big ant farm. Red ants. What a big observation. They're non-indigenous, but you ever want a sign of power, staying power, resilience? The red ant. I'm telling you, man, they are the warriors of the world. By the way, insects control the world, really. If you really get down to the nitty-gritty, insects are running this place. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Congratulations on a nice day up there today. Hey, I had a detective show me a picture of a guy around here that's using a cane and quick change in clerks. He gives them 100, then he gets them all flustered, and before you know it, they're getting 100 back plus some other money. Well, now this thing's gonna start buffering. I'll keep it on as long as I can. I'd like to show you the bees. It'll click over to Wi-Fi when I get close to the house. I'd like to show you the bees. And I'll do a live tonight around like 9 if you feel like doing one. I'm going to do it on YouTube too because it's just too weak of a signal lately. Oh, really? Facial reconstruction? Like what do you mean by that? Hey, Kevin. What's that, Kay? Oh, forensic. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? That shit doesn't interest me that much about like solving murders. I mean, I've watched a ton of that shit. And really, it's a bunch of, weirdo dumb fucks that are doing these murders. It's not like you're catching, like, Mensa members. And if you listen to the cops, and I'm not saying they don't do a good service and do a good job, blah, blah. But mainly, the RAND Corporation did a study a long time ago, and they said that people solve crimes, not police. And when you're making a show out of a murder, and you already have all the info, you can make that show way more exciting. That on bones of hers in that guy's burn barrel, but they never put it in that movie. And didn't put it in the movie because if they did, you'd know for sure that the guy was guilty. It would wreck the program. Yeah, I know. Oh, come on at 9. Try and get on the 9, Zena. We'll party all night long. It's going to be cold tonight too. It's getting cooling off. It's 63 now. Yeah, it gets shaky on this road. I'll come on right around.